Your secrets, if you really look at yourself, you would be speechless. What happened to being doctors and teachers? What happened to being your brother's keeper? Nowadays, kids more worried about the
What's up, guys? JNO here, and we are back with JNO Certified Presents Fantasy Football, Fantasy Premier League, and we are about to kick off with one of my golden rules for initially picking your team in fantasy football, and that rule is, if something's changed, avoid it, because you never know how things are going to go. So if the person's changed league, changed club, or the club has changed manager, I would steer clear until you get to know how things are going to go and how the playing field is set out for that situation. I'll take a prime example right off the bat to explain it to you, but Falcao, great reputation, great goal scoring record, had never played in the Premier League, had been injured for a prolonged period of time, came in, was a flop. Angel Di Maria came in with a great reputation, great record, started off really well, and then was a flop. So seriously consider anyone that has transferred from any league coming into the Premier League, or is even changing club. Diego Lovren, he came in with a great record at Southampton. A lot of people now say they knew he wasn't that good. But when he transferred from Southampton to Liverpool, a lot of people said he was overpriced, but no one said he was bad. And he came in and he did an awful job at Liverpool. Of course, there are always going to be examples of this which go against that. Diego Costa last season, Alexis Sanchez. But remember, those players came from leagues which are pretty high level anyway. Liga BBVA. They did well, but for every player that does well, there could be some who don't. Filipe Luis, he came from the Liga BBVA, and he couldn't even get in the team. He couldn't get rid of Azpilicueta, or Dave as the Chelsea fans call him. So always be wary of any new situation, and why even risk it? You have players that you can put into your team that have been in their club for a while, have a good record in the Premier League, and their manager hasn't changed. You just have to look at Diego Costa from last season. He's already proven himself once. His manager hasn't changed. Same club. In the same boat, Eden Hazard, Alexis Sanchez, David Silva, always near the top. You could even go for someone like Sigurdsson at Swansea. He's proven at Swansea that he can score Premier League, Fantasy Premier League points. Why would you risk going for someone new and then completely flopping and not getting the points you want? You can always transfer in a player that is doing well. Last season, I started with Sanchez, took him out, transferred him back in, and he started scoring points for me. Harry Kane, no one knew he was going to do well. As soon as people noticed he was doing well, the good managers transferred him in. I got a lot of points off of Harry Kane, especially in one of the double game weeks. So you have to keep your eye out. Some of these players transferring in may be golden gems that we don't know about yet. Robert Firmino, Memphis Depay. But they could be flops. So don't rush in, and you can always put players in that you know are going to prove, that you know are proven in the Fantasy Premier League in getting points. You've got Terry and Ivanovic as defenders, Koscielny. Why risk going for someone? Well, thank you guys so much for listening. Again, this is just my opinion, so you don't have to go with it. You could find some differentials that completely set you apart, but they could cost you so much. So if you want to follow my advice, please go ahead and do. This has been JNO Certified. If you've enjoyed this content and you're taking my opinion on board, please smash that like button. Subscribe to view more content, as I will keep this series going, and I will catch you guys next time. See you later.